What's up? What's up, Gamecock Nation? Happy Tuesday. Great day to be a Gamecock, just like any other day in this world. Except for today, Ray Tanner got off his rear end and pulled off a grand slam hire. What I consider a grand slam hire, home run hire, however you want to say it. We got the $1 million man, Paul Mainieri, the head coach of the baseball team, was just introduced today. He is the highest paid head baseball coach ever at USC, according to what I read. Jordan may be able to correct me, I'm not sure, but he is the highest paid baseball head coach we've ever had at South Carolina. Got him for 5 years, and like I said, the $1 million man, just over $1 million he's going to be paid, $1.3 million. Let me go ahead and welcome my co-host in, Jordan Dealmaker. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing today?
Good, Payne. How about yourself? I'm sorry, sitting outside. The kids are outside. Got a few steaks on the grill. Just, doing the family thing this evening. And I thought when you reached out to me, this was a better time than any to do a live show. Let's talk about our new head coach.
Oh yeah, definitely. We both could have put out a video, like Jackpot and the All Sports Southern or All Sports Super Show. Is that what it is? All Sports Super Show. My man Twisted Rooster. We could have did that, but I figured, like you said yesterday, let's make sure it's going to officially happen. Not doubting, what they put out. They both did great jobs on their videos, had some good points, and we figured we'd do it live just to talk a little bit about it. Once we knew the contracts, how much they were getting paid, who they were bringing on, and, things like that. What's up, David Green and Scott? How y'all doing today?
Hello,
Hey, if you guys are excited as we are, make sure you guys are smashing that thumbs up button, that big like button. Helps the channel out, gets it out there. So do that for me. I appreciate that, first and foremost. Also, go check out Jordan Dealmaker's channel. Put out some great content as well concerning Gamecock football, baseball, basketball, dance, competition dance videos, NASCAR. He's got a wide variety of stuff, so go check his channel out as well, and make sure you guys are liking that and subscribing to his channel as well. So
I appreciate that, bud.
Oh, no problem. All right, so like we said, $1 million Paul, $1.3 million a year for 5 years is what we got him, according to what I read on Gamecock Central. So you want to touch on that for a minute? What's your thoughts on that payout?
First and foremost, you mentioned Rooster. He made a video the other day. He even brought the old whiteboard out.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with everything he had to say. There's a lot of people. Hell, I'm one. I've been guilty of it. I know Ray Tanner. David Green said Jordan slowed down and got him a money hire. He's talking about the video I put out the other day. But I've been on Ray Tanner from time to time, especially, when it goes to basketball. I've been on him before when it comes to football. I was on him about this hire because I thought it was going to be, players led hiring this guy. Mm-hmm. And I was 100% against that. Against the grain, he kept this very close to the vest. Paul Mainieri has been a friend of his for years. They coached against each other for years. And they obviously had a conversation at some point over the last year or so. And, Paul showed some interest. And obviously when the job was vacant, I guess Ray just picked the telephone up. But he let leak out what he should have, the top list and the names that were on it. And I actually think he was ahead of the ball game with this one. Now, you look at X, look at Twitter, look at YouTube. Everybody's stomping the foot. Oh, dog, he's 66 years old, this, that, and the third. And you know what? I mean, yeah, he is 66 years old. There's no denying that. And yes, this game has changed. It's more about NIL. He hadn't coached since, 2022, I think? And
21, yeah.
When you're in a position like that, you're more of a CEO than you are a coach. And he's going to bring people that are good recruiters, that know their job titles, and make sure to do their jobs. Mm-hmm. But with his record, I mean, man, what can you say? I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. I mean, this is a lot of people, quote unquote, don't like this saying, but this is a home run hire, no pun intended, because it's baseball. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And I think Ray knocked this one out the park, man. I mean, personally.
Yeah.
And going back to his.
I'm finally.
Go ahead.
I'm glad South Carolina finally opened up their checkbook and finally got off their rear end and paid somebody a decent salary to bring in a winning coach. Like you said, his record, a little over 1,500 wins, 770 some losses. I mean, that's over 50%. I mean, it ain't, it ain't 60, 70%, but the man's been coaching for a long time.
Well, if you look at a lot of his losses, it came with teams like Air Force.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. He brought Air Force from nothing and made them a baseball school whenever he was there. And then he left and went to Notre Dame and did the same thing at Notre Dame, turned them around, whatever, and had them a winning season there, and then moved on to LSU. And, we all know what he did at LSU. Multiple SEC titles, regular season titles, super regionals, one national championship. So the man's a proven winner. So it's fine. I'm finally glad to see Ray finally open up his checkbook and go out there and get somebody.
Well,
somebody of this talent.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%. And, I made a video about it, and I was ranting and raving because, the word was all the players wanted Monty Lee, and I would call him a leftover. And we've been down that road before.
Oh, yeah.
As far as football coaches. And I even made the statement, the money is there. The money is there. Believe you me, it is there. And he did his job this time.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time he did it. He's done it with Lamont Paris and Shane Beamer, to be determined, but he did his job. And not only did he hire this position, head coach for this position, today he also got a softball head coach hired and a golf coach hired.
A dang good golf coach hired, from what I heard.
Yes, sir.
He turned that Purdue program around. Redid their golf course and everything. I mean, he turned that program around in the Big Ten. So I think we got a home run hire there as well, or a hole-in-one hire, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
If you want to use that kind of analogies. But he did it right this time, like you said. And not only that, he kept Monty Lee on staff, which was probably pivotal to a bunch of the the players on the roster already, and probably some coming in. And then he brought in a couple top-notch assistants. Terry Rooney from LSU, which was the player development and recruiting, I think he was at LSU.
But he was an assistant coach under him at one time.
Yeah.
I think Rooney did he go to Texas A&M?
No, he went God, I just read this. He went to, oh my goodness, I forgot where he went. I had it.
But anyway, he came back to LSU. He's been there a few years.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, he left LSU and went somewhere and then come back. So, but he got a good hire there. I mean, he was a pitching coach. He helped bring in the number one recruiting class, like 2009, I believe it was, at LSU or something like that. I read 2008
recruiting class. That's the team that they won the national title with.
Yeah. So he helped bring in that. He's coached and developed like 14 major league prospect pitchers, I think it was, while he was at LSU. I think I read that today. I mean, I think he was also responsible for recruiting Justin Verlander, which is a future Hall of Famer. So the guy's a proven talent, man. If we can get the talent there at South Carolina for him to develop, we'll be all right. Then another guy they got in that I've never heard this.
Go ahead.
The guy that they said that I have never heard of was John Hendry. He's coming from Virginia. He's like their player development and scouting. So he may come in and probably help out a lot with the NIL. They didn't really say what his title was, just assistant coach. So he may come in and help with the NIL and probably, the portal, stuff like that, I would imagine.
Halo Master, thank you, sir, for jumping in. Todd, Gwen, David Green, everybody that's in here. Deepuck, I see you, buddy. How you doing?
Lightfoot.
Yep, but Halo Master just asked, or just made a statement and asked a question at the same time. This hire could go either way. Pretty much, does he have anything left in the tank because he's 66 years old? Let me touch on this real quick, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
If Steve Spurrier called the Gamecocks program today at 79 years old and wanted to come back, would y'all ask if he had anything left in the tank? You know what? Scratch his name. Scratch his name. If Nick Saban called today in his 60s, no, I think he might be in his early 70s. Would you ask that same question? Would you ask the same question? I would answer that for you. No, you wouldn't. Steve Spurrier was old when we hired him 20 years ago. Do the math on it. And that's the greatest that we've ever been for the football program. And people out here questioning his age, I mean, what the hey? When was 66 or when was that old? I mean, my daddy still runs a car dealership every day. He's 72 years old. Well, when's 66 old? You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lightfoot, he's right. Terry Rooney come from, he was at Purdue. He coached at Purdue. That's where it was. But overall, great hire. They got these guys for a pretty solid value, I guess. Monty Lee, his contract is $550,000 a year, and Terry Rooney's is $425 a year. And theirs is only 3-year contracts. We got them for 3 years at least, and Mainieri for 5 years. So, like you said when we was talking before we come on here, this is a hire that Ray Tanner expected immediate dividends off this hire. This ain't a 10-year project. This ain't a 7-year project or whatever. This is a return to where we were before project. So,
well, and my thing is this. South Carolina, just forget about football. Everybody knows that's the money sport. Let's talk about just baseball because that's the subject we're talking about. When you mention collegiate baseball, South Carolina was in that conversation for years and years and years and years. Okay, we have not been relevant since Ray Tanner took the AD position. I mean, we have not been relevant, and it's embarrassing because the state of South Carolina produces a lot of baseball players. Anybody that grew up in the state of South Carolina, I promise you played baseball. If you didn't, you're a one-off. Everybody plays baseball. And, the position that we've been in for the last, 10, 12 years is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And again, I'm just going to reiterate what you said. This is not a 15-year gig here. This is to bring the guy in that knows how to coach the talent, that knows the X's and O's, knows the game inside of the game. Okay, he's going to play small ball. You're going to see great pitching. You're going to see a lot of small ball, which small ball wins games. You're not going to see Tennessee powerhouses, hitting 7 home runs a game. Yeah, you might have a few, but at the end of the day, he's going back to how the game was founded and how it became popular in America's pastime. And this is a 3 to 5 year project for him to groom somebody else to take over. That's my position on it. I could be wrong.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold us down for a second. I got to go get a dog.
Okay. When the dog barks, you better run. But y'all comment. What's y'all's opinion on it? That's my opinion. I personally, do I think that we're setting up Monty Lee to take the keys? Honestly, Rob, yeah. After he gets experience for, let's say, 3 to 5 years, I think Mainieri is going to give him some of the old school tactics of the way that Ray Tanner coached ball, the way Mainieri coached ball. I think it's going to help him. At that point, would I be upset about Monty Lee taking it? I mean, I can't give you my opinion right now. I know if they'd have hired him this go round, I'd have been very upset. Obviously, if y'all watch my videos, you know that. But you know, this is to me, other than Lamont Paris, Shane Beamer, still a question mark over his head. This is the best hire. And I don't give a rat's behind if half the roster, you know, the portal's open right now, it runs out on us. In a period of 3 years, people are going to respect soccer because we're not that far away. We just didn't have the coach to make the right decisions. You still home? Do you know? And everybody says he's analytical. Well, if he's that analytical, he must have left his brain at the house. Do you know the percentages on that? And then on top of it, your batter runs out of the box and gives away the runner was coming, and it's a left-handed batter? Man, come on. Stay in the box. It would have been an interference. You know, it'd have been no big deal. But, hey, we had the right pieces in place, a lot of injuries, and a coach that could not coach small ball. So that's my opinion. I think this is a home run. I think he's going to turn us around quickly. Very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know what I missed, but sound like you got a good rant in there.
As always.
Let's see. Looking at the comments, Todd said we were good at small ball during Tanner. Yep. And hopefully at least 5 years, whatever that was. And David Green said we have 6 or 7 in the portal. I think of them 6 or 7, not really. I think there were players that didn't really contribute this year. So I think they were probably backups, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So I don't really think there was any production players in the transfer portal. And I was watching Gamecock Central early today, and Ethan Petrie put out a tweet, said, basically, let's go, basically. So.
Yeah, I mean, Petrie's coming back. Really, we're not going to lose a lot. And I hate to talk about athletes, but the ones that are leaving, good riddance. You know what I'm saying? In other words, you're trimming the fat. You know what I'm saying? They're trimming the fat.
Yeah.
And here's what people don't understand about this program. Scott Collins, you're exactly right. It works both ways. But this program, Ray Tanner, as far as recruiting, had a lot to do with it. And people don't realize that. Now, as far as the coaching, the on-the-field coaching, no, he couldn't do that. That's illegal. He couldn't have anything to do with that. But, a lot of players come to South Carolina to play whatever sport for many reasons. Number one, they might have been born in South Carolina. Number two, they might have been Gamecock fans growing up. Number three, everybody wants to meet Dawn Staley in person. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to meet Ray Tanner in person. Who doesn't? I know both of them. Now, my co-host over here says he don't want to meet neither one of them. I don't know why, but
Oh man.
And Mark Kingston, and I said this before. I think our last live, he's going to be fine. His contract got balled out. He was making a lot of money, and I hate him to see anybody get fired. But it was time. It was time for him to go.
Yeah.
And this, and everybody can argue with me, was the best hire that Ray Tanner has ever made in his AD career, in my opinion.
Yeah, so far.
That took you
the
a while.
jury's still out on Lamont, but yeah, I can see it. Huh?
I said that took you a while to answer that one. You were thinking hard on it.
I got a dang wild dog up there, man. Did you answer Lightfoot's question about Monty Lee?
Yes, I did.
He said,
here's the question. I do think they are grooming him to get a little bit more small ball experience. And there's a good chance that, you know, when Mainieri leaves, that he could take over. But who knows? Who knows who the athletic director is going to be at that time? We don't even know yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Here's Lightfoot again with Monty's recruiting South Carolina, Mainieri and Rooney recruiting Texas. That Midwest region, Louisiana. I don't think Mainieri's going to probably be doing a whole lot of recruiting.
I wouldn't think so.
I think Rooney will probably handle the bulk of the recruiting. But still, I think we'll be fine. I think Rooney will handle Texas and that Louisiana area just fine. And I think we'll start seeing some of the players that didn't come to South Carolina because the coach didn't want them, that wanted to be at South Carolina, will end up being there. So with Monty Lee recruiting the state of South Carolina, I think we'll start seeing the good talent of South Carolina and the surrounding area stay local, stay at home. So,
and that's how you build a program.
Yeah, that's how you build it. That's how Spurrier built the 11 win seasons at South Carolina. You know, the Lattimores, the Clownings, the Gilmores. You know, the list goes on. You know, the state of South Carolina and the surrounding areas. That's how you build a program, a good program. And Monty Lee will take care of that in the state of South Carolina. And like I said, Rooney, he'll probably handle the Texas region in that area. The guy from Virginia, John Hendry, I'm not sure if he's going to be recruiting or not. I would probably say he probably would. Maybe he'll be in charge of the DMV area or somewhere up that area. I don't know.
Todd Gwynn said also development. You're absolutely right. Now, Mainieri, let me tell you a little bit that I've learned about him. I don't know it. I've never met him personally. Not yet. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be down at home this weekend. I probably won't meet him this weekend because I'm sure he's moving and whatnot. But over the next 2 or 3 months, I feel pretty certain that I will meet him. But the research that I've done on him, even before this, back when he was at LSU and he was so dominant coaching against us and against Tanner, is that the person you see is a very calm, speaks to everybody, has time for, any media outlets, any fan. But when it comes to on the field, they say he's a pretty fiery guy. And he don't mind standing up on your head, in other words, if you make a mistake. And I think that's what we were missing.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, I think our team was just soft, y'all. I hate to put it like that, but I think they were soft.
Yeah, I think between Holbrook and Kingston, I think we went soft. A lot of players didn't have coaches in their rear ends, making sure they were like all the errors we had this year. I believe, I'm just saying, I believe if Tanner would have been the coach, there would have been some butt chewings out on the field.
Yes.
So that's what we need. That's what these players need. Instead of, we'll get better next week. No, heck no. You need to fix that right now or you ain't going to be playing. And that's the way I think it needs to be. Well,
I'm going to say something. There are small things that have jumped out to me over the past few years. If y'all follow my videos, y'all heard me talk about them. Number one is, did y'all remember the game? It was last year we were playing Vanderbilt. And if you did the percentages on the pitches, the pitcher that was pitching, which he is in the major leagues now, but his first pitch, 96.2% of the time is a strike. And our hitters were told to take the first pitch. And I mean, once he realized that's what they were doing, he literally almost lobbed it to them, knowing that they weren't going to hit it. And they all were behind the count to start with. That's one thing. Second thing is base running. I mean, the odds and ends, just the simple tactics of learning the game, y'all, too many times this year that it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And I think Mainieri is going to bring that back, the old school, hard-nosed, the Nick Saban style coaching.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Andrew said he heard the young assistant from Virginia is a really good recruiter too. So there you go. Sounds like we got some dang good recruiters on staff. So we should see a better talent pool out there. So we shall see. Time will tell. Let's see. Blackfoot said if everything works out, Tanner will be a legend at South Carolina. Come on, Beamer, Ball, and Lenoris. Yeah, like Jordan said, this could be his best hire. So time will tell on the other one. So let's see. Scott Collins said we couldn't advance the runner. Are you talking about that third base, nobody out? That little blunder.
Yeah, that was retarded.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, y'all, it's not rocket science. There's 3 games going on inside of one game, and that's called small ball. When you have a runner on third with no outs, either sky one to right field or lay a damn bunt down and give up your batter. Give that out up. I mean, it's not rocket science. And what we do, swing for the freaking fence. I mean,
yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, you're right, Todd. We're not really far off either.
No, we're not far off. We're not. Game day coaching, in my opinion, development in game day coaching was our issues.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with you. Let's see. Andrew said if everything works out, Tanner could leave, saying he hired a good football, men's basketball, and baseball coach, a golf coach, and a softball coach.
Yep. Hired 3 coaches today, 3 head coaches.
Yep. I think she's making what, $300,000 a year? I think that's what I said.
And I don't even know what the average, softball coach makes. But when I saw that number, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the golf coach is making what, $250?
Yeah, 250, 225, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
like, dang, man, I went in the wrong career. I could literally wear shorts every day and flip flops and go out to the ball field and make $200 plus a year. I'd be a whole lot better than dealing with 800 customers and 14 employees.
Yeah, but you got to tell them how to hit the golf ball, though. That'd be the problem. Once Ray realized you didn't know how to hit that ball right,
then they paid me for 5 years to go home.
But yeah, I mean, he made some good hires today. If it all pans out, I mean,
Rob Lightfoot said he didn't hire Dawn Staley. No, I don't think anybody said that. He did not hire her. I'm sorry.
No, but with Mainieri's contract, I mean, he's like the 8th highest paid coach in the SEC now. I think there was only, from what I heard, there was only 9 millionaire coaches in the SEC.
Well, and when I saw the 1.3 number, actually, I got wind of it this morning. It was going to be 1.3. Y'all, I mean, for a championship program, I don't think that number's outrageous at all. I think that's pretty doable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very doable, like you said, a very doable figure for our program, and to get the success we want. I mean, you ain't gonna expect to hire a coach for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 expecting to win a championship. I mean, it takes money. You got to put out the money to get what you want. That's like with anything in life, man. If you want anything good, you got to be willing to pay for it.
Well, and Todd Gwynn's right. It's actually low in his opinion, and I agree with you. It's like Holbrook and Kingston. I mean, they were at the lowest end. As a matter of fact, Beamer was, I think, next to the lowest paid SEC head coach. And you're not – now, I understand it's a risk. Somebody's never had a head coaching job. Holbrook hadn't, Beamer hadn't. I get it. But, man, I mean, we're in national conversations when it comes to baseball. I said it in my video, open your freaking checkbook because the money is there. It's there. I promise you.
Oh man.
As a matter of fact, we probably
That's
lost
good.
more than 1.3 million over the last 4 seasons of people not filling Founders Park.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody asked me. Somebody asked me yesterday how many seats it hold or how many fans it holds, and I said, well, it didn't hold very many this year because the way they played. I said, but I can't remember exactly the number, but it's a good sized stadium. It's a good sized ballpark.
I don't know the number either.
I want to say 6,000.
I would say somewhere between 5 and 7,500. Yes.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, but it did, like you said, it didn't hold what it should have held. There's no way with the program, the history we had, we should not be, selling out that place. And now that we got a coach that can turn this program around, it's going to be hard getting a ticket to the game.
Well, I'll give you an example, and you know this. I hold season tickets to all of our programs. Okay, women's basketball, men's basketball, football, baseball, even softball if I want to go. You know how many games I've been to in the past 2 years? One. That should tell you something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, now we got the coach in place. I could probably see that place selling out. David Green said 8,242.
Okay, I said high number 75, so it's a little higher than what I thought.
There you go. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what it was. That's capacity. So, yeah, still, there should be no reason, now that we got this coach, there should be no reason why, it'd be a hard find to get a ticket to watch a baseball game in Columbia this upcoming season.
Well, if you need one, call me. If I'm not going, I'll give you mine. Matter of fact, I've got 6. If you want 2 or 3, I'll give you those.
Let's see. If Beamer doesn't at least play 500 ball, his butt is gone.
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I kind of agree with Jordan.
You're not right on that one, Lightfoot. Beamer has won over the fan base, okay? And when you win over the fan base, it takes a few years of poor display before they start turning on you. And the fan base is, matter of fact, when I make videos of him, my own fans, it start hell hating me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has won them over.
You get them hate comments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I've had a few. What's going on, Mr. Arrington, Robert Arrington? How you doing?
Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy?
But yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, he's probably got another 2 years at least.
I would say
if he don't start going in an upward trajectory with the program.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I got to drop these steaks on the grill, man. I appreciate you having me on as always. Appreciate everybody. Andrew, the textbook, what's he say? If Beamer Loss has a losing record, he deserves to be on the hot seat next year. But he shouldn't be fired. He should only be fired if he goes 3-9 or something disastrous like that. Now,
Yeah.
Beamer's got 2 years. He's got. If he only wins 2 games this year, he'll still have a job next year.
Yeah,
And take that from somebody that knows. That I can promise you.
That seat will be hot, but yeah, he'll have the job still, but it'll be scorching.
But let me jump off here. Like I said, I got to throw these steaks on before it gets too late. Everybody, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to my man Gamecock Chuck, and hit that notification bell. Let's boost this channel up. I appreciate everybody.
All right, man. You take care of yourself. Have a good dinner.
All right, call me after a while.
All right, man.
All right, bye.
All right, guys. What's up? I ain't gonna stay on here too much longer, to be honest with you. This is just a quick live show. We just wanted to talk about the coach. So yeah, we ain't gonna be on here too long. I ain't gonna be on here too long. I got some things to do. Got work early in the morning. So just like I said, this was just to talk about the coach and staff and the new hires and things like that. So appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, if you think it was a good hire, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button like I asked you in the beginning. go check out Jordan. Most people that's in here know Jordan Dealmaker. But if you know somebody that likes Gamecock content, send them Jordan's way. Subscribe to his channel, subscribe to this channel, whatever. Share all this stuff. Make sure you guys are liking it and everything. But great hire today. David Green says still haven't found that interview with Kyle Kennard. Yeah, I haven't. I looked as well, David, but I haven't found anything. If you do find it, though, let me know. But I'd be interested to read that interview or listen to it, so that way I can see what's up with it, I guess. All right, Mr. Todd, have a good night. But yeah, just gonna wrap it up for this live tonight. Like I said, I didn't want to be on here too long. We just wanted to get on here and talk about the new hires and things. Better to do it like I think we could have, like I said, we could have made a video about this, but me and Jordan wanted to go live and talk about it. So y'all tune in. Make sure you hit the notifications for me and Jordan and or Jordan and I. And when we go live again, y'all come back in here and chat with us and everything. And yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Thank everybody for coming in. David, Scott, Rob, Ayrton, Lightfoot, Todd Gwynn, everybody. Deepak, thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with us. And we'll see you guys in the next one.